At the Newcastle...
Can create a problem of its own. Gavin Alders met some Crestmead residents complaining that the new speed signs now pose more of a danger than the cars.
Jobson Place is a cul-de-sac, no more than a couple of 100 metres long, yet like every other street in this housing estate at Crestmead, it has traffic calming. Guy James has a problem, not with the fact that there's traffic calming in the street, but with the signs warning drivers to slow down.
Well, they're fairly low, Gavin, as you can see. I'm just concerned about the public safety. He only realised the potential danger after bumping into one himself and finding the sign had edges like a blade. I could just see children getting hurt or disabled on these signs. They could lose an ear or a nose. I've actually even spoken to some adults in the area and they've even run into the signs. Samantha Wall says every afternoon the street is packed with children playing.
Have you ever seen people sort of almost injure themselves on these signs?
Children, numerous amounts of times. You know, riding around that area and walking past, running past, and as children do, they don't watch where they're going. Bang, straight into the signs.
Now Guy and his brother Nick stalk the neighbourhood. They've become the resident sign vigilantes, going from street to street, checking on the heights, and then complaining to council.
I've made many complaints. The sign's still there. You've come and had a look at it.
He says he first complained 4 weeks ago and has fired off a letter and phone calls every week since then.
And what sort of response have you had from the council so far?
At the moment, I've had one phone call from the council advising me that, yes, they do know that they have a problem with the signs, and it's not just this area they have the problem with. It goes as far as Roachdale.
Logan City Council says the signs were installed by the developer of the estate and should comply with standards set down in the Manual of Uniform Traffic Control Devices. As a result of residents' complaints, Council is now investigating whether these signs meet those standards. But we can tell them all these signs are well short of the mark. They should be a minimum 2.1 metres above ground level, but not one measured by Guy and Nick come within half a metre of that.
1,250. Unreal, isn't it?
Shane Bowring from the Red Tape Busters is well versed in dealing with issues involving governments at all levels. He says in this case, it's clear who needs to take action.
The responsibility in this instance is clearly the council's.
While he says there's nothing wrong with the council making a developer install traffic calming and signage, it's not an excuse to wash its hands of its responsibility.
They can ask the developers as part of the requirements of subdividing or whatever to do that, and that's part of their costs. But it's incumbent on the council to audit that then, once the signs are erected, to make sure they comply with the requirements. It still comes back to the council making sure they're meeting their obligations.
And it seems Logan City Council is now ready to rectify the problem. In a statement sent to Extra, Council says it will now take action to rectify the signs in accordance with the MUTCD standard.
The options for the council, they've probably got three as I see them. One, they can fix the signs themselves and change them. Two, they can ask the developer to pay the costs and to change them. Or three, council can do it and charge the developer. So there's three different options there, but it's still a responsibility on council to implement some action to fix them.
It can't happen quickly enough for these residents.
So what do you think council should do?
Raise it. Either raise it or move it.
Another problem